Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. English Flow channel, the place where learning English is easy, natural, and fun. I'm Emily.
And I'm Henry. Hi, everyone. We are so happy you are here with us today. Wherever you are in the world, welcome.
Today's lesson is perfect for beginners, a 1 and a 2 level learners. But honestly, even intermediate and advanced learners will find something new and useful here today. Because today, we are talking about one of the most important skills in English, being polite.
Yes, being polite in English is so much more than just saying please and thank you. It is about knowing the right phrases for the right situations. It is about making people feel comfortable and respected. It is about sounding natural and warm, not robotic or cold.
And the beautiful thing about polite English is, it is not complicated. In fact, the simplest phrases are often the most polite. Today, we are going to teach you exactly what to say in 12 everyday situations, from asking someone to wait, to declining an invitation, to asking for help, and so much more.
Emily, can I ask you something before we start?
Of course, Henry. Go ahead.
What is the most important polite phrase you use every single day?
Honestly, thank you so much. Not just thank you, but thank you so much, with genuine warmth and eye contact. It is such a small thing, but it makes such a big difference to people. It tells them, I truly appreciate you. I see you. I am grateful.
That is beautiful. And that is exactly the spirit of today's lesson. Not just words, but genuine human connection through language. Are you ready, everyone?
Let's go.
Situation 1. Someone wants to talk to you, but you are busy right now. How do you politely ask them to wait or come back later? This is where our title phrase comes from. Can we talk later?
And this situation happens all the time. At work, at home, with friends, with strangers. Let's practice it naturally. Henry, do you have a moment? I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, Emily, I am so sorry. I am right in the middle of something. Could we talk in about 10 minutes?
Of course, no problem at all. I will come back.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your patience.
Beautiful. Let's look at the polite phrases Henry used. I am right in the middle of something. A very natural way to say you are busy without being rude. It explains why without going into lots of detail.
More phrases for asking someone to wait. Could we talk in a little while? Would it be okay if we spoke later? I just need 5 more minutes. Is that okay? Can I get back to you on that? Could you give me just a moment?
And notice, Henry used could, not can. Could we talk is more polite than can we talk. Using could softens the request and makes it feel more respectful. This is one of the most important politeness tools in English.
Less polite. Can you wait? More polite. Could you wait just a moment? Even more polite. Would you mind waiting just a moment? The more words and the softer the modal verb, the more polite it sounds.
And always, always thank someone for their patience. Thank you so much for your patience. I really appreciate you waiting. Sorry for keeping you. Thank you. These phrases make people feel valued and respected. Never just walk away without acknowledging their wait.
Situation 2. Asking for help. Whether it is at work, at a shop, at school, or in everyday life, knowing how to ask for help politely is absolutely essential.
Let's practice 3 different situations. First, at a shop. Excuse me, I am so sorry to bother you, but I was wondering if you could help me find the shoes section.
Of course, not at all. Happy to help. The shoes are just down this aisle and to the left.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Did you hear? I am so sorry to bother you. I was wondering if you could. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. 4 polite layers in one short interaction.
I was wondering if you could. This is one of the most useful polite phrases in English. It sounds tentative, uncertain, and therefore very respectful. I was wondering if you could help me. I was wondering if you could send me that file. I was wondering if you could give me some advice.
Other polite request phrases. Would you mind helping me with this? Could I possibly ask you a favor? I hate to ask, but would it be too much trouble to... I don't suppose you could...
I don't suppose you could. This is wonderfully polite because it assumes the answer might be no, which takes away any pressure. I don't suppose you could give me a lift home? I don't suppose you have a charger I could borrow?
Henry, I hate to bother you when you are busy, but would you mind taking a look at this report when you get a chance? I would really value your opinion.
Not at all. I would be happy to. Just leave it on my desk and I will look at it this afternoon.
Oh, that is so kind. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let me know if it is too much trouble.
Notice, I hate to bother you. When you get a chance, I would really value your opinion. I really appreciate it. Let me know if it is too much trouble. Every phrase is gentle. Every phrase respects the other person's time and choice. That is the heart of politeness.
Situation 3. One of the most important and most difficult polite situations. Saying no. Declining an invitation. Turning down a request. Many learners find this very hard in English because they do not want to seem rude. But there are beautiful natural ways to say no, kindly and warmly.
Let's practice. I will invite Emily to something, and she will decline politely. Emily, we are having a little get-together at my place on Saturday evening. Nothing too big, just a few friends. Would you like to come?
Oh, Henry, that sounds absolutely lovely. I am so grateful for the invitation. I am so sorry. I am actually already committed this Saturday. But please do invite me again next time. I would love to come.
Of course, no problem at all. I hope we can catch up soon.
Did you hear? That sounds absolutely lovely. She acknowledged the invitation warmly. I am so grateful for the invitation. She expressed genuine appreciation. I am so sorry. She apologized sincerely. I am already committed. A polite and clear reason. Please invite me again. She left the door open for the future.
More polite ways to decline. I would love to, but unfortunately, I already have plans. That is so kind of you. I am so sorry. I cannot make it. I wish I could. I really do, but I am afraid I cannot. I am going to have to pass this time, but thank you so much for thinking of me.
And for declining requests at work or in more formal situations, I'm afraid I won't be able to take that on right now. I'm at full capacity at the moment, but perhaps ask me again next month. I would love to help, but I am not the best person for this. Can I suggest someone else?
Now, politely disagreeing. This is another challenging situation. How do you say I disagree without sounding rude or aggressive? I think working from home is always better than working in an office.
I see what you mean, and I completely understand why many people feel that way. However, I think it depends a lot on the person and the job. For some people, the structure and social connection of an office is really important. But I do agree that flexibility is key.
That is a really fair point, actually. I had not thought about it quite that way.
Notice, I see what you mean. She acknowledged his point first. I completely understand why. She validated his perspective. However, she introduced her different view gently. I do agree that she found common ground. She disagreed, but she did it with warmth and respect. That is polite disagreement.
Let's quickly cover several more important polite situations with the key phrases for each one.
Situation 4. Interrupting politely. I am so sorry to interrupt, but... Excuse me, could I just add something? Sorry to jump in, but I just wanted to say... If I could just make one quick point...
Situation 5. Asking someone to repeat themselves. I am so sorry. Could you say that again, please? I did not quite catch that. Could you repeat it? Pardon me? Sorry, would you mind saying that one more time? I am afraid I missed that. Could you say it again more slowly?
Situation 6. Giving bad news politely. I am afraid I have some difficult news. I am so sorry to tell you this, but... I hate to be the one to say this, but... I wish I had better news, but unfortunately...
Situation 7. Apologizing sincerely. I am so terribly sorry. Please accept my sincerest apologies. I feel awful about this. I am so sorry. That was completely my fault. I owe you an apology.
Situation 8. Thanking someone deeply. I cannot thank you enough. I am so incredibly grateful. You have no idea how much this means to me. This is so kind of you, truly. I really do not know what I would have done without you.
Situation 9. Offering help politely. Is there anything I can do? Please let me know if there is anything I can help with. I would be more than happy to help. Please do not hesitate to ask. Is there any way I can make this easier for you?
Situation 10. Ending a conversation politely. It has been so lovely talking with you. I am afraid I must be going now. I do not want to take up any more of your time. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I hope we can chat again soon.
Situation 11. Greeting and welcoming. What a pleasure to meet you. I have heard so much about you. Please, come in. Make yourself at home. We are so glad you could make it. It is wonderful to have you here.
And situation 12. Complimenting politely. You look absolutely wonderful. This is delicious. You must give me the recipe. I really admire the way you handled that. You did such a wonderful job. I have to say, you have made this place look beautiful. What a comprehensive and beautiful lesson. Let's do our vocabulary review.
First, polite. Showing good manners and consideration for other people's feelings. Being polite in English means choosing words that make others feel respected and comfortable.
Tentative. Uncertain or hesitant, not confident or direct. I was wondering if you could help me sounds tentative, and therefore very polite and respectful.
Decline. To politely say no to an invitation, offer, or request. She declined the invitation warmly, making sure to express her genuine appreciation.
Acknowledge. To recognize and show that you have noticed or understood something. Always acknowledge someone's invitation or request before declining. It shows respect.
Sincere. Genuine and honest, truly meant from the heart. A sincere apology always includes an acknowledgement of what went wrong and genuine regret.
Validate. To confirm that someone's feelings or perspective are understandable and legitimate. When disagreeing politely, Always validate the other person's point of view first.
And finally, considerate. Thinking carefully about the needs and feelings of other people. Being considerate in English means always thinking, how will this make the other person feel?
Remember, politeness is not about weakness. It is about strength. It takes real confidence and care to choose kind words in every situation. And in English, polite people are respected, trusted, and genuinely liked. Here is our question of the day. Which polite phrase from today are you going to use this week? Is it, I was wondering if you could. I am so sorry to interrupt. I cannot thank you enough. Write your chosen phrase in the comments and tell us which situation you will use it in.
We read every single comment, and we love seeing you practice. You are becoming more polite and more fluent every single day.
Thank you so, so much from the bottom of our hearts for watching all the way to the end today. You just learned 12 essential polite situations and dozens of natural phrases. The world needs more kindness, and now you have the English words to share it.
If this lesson was helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow and lets us make more free lessons for you every week.
And please subscribe to Mr. English Flow so you never miss a new lesson.
Keep practicing every single day. Be polite. Be kind. Be warm. In English and in every language you speak, the world is a better place when we choose our words with care.
We will see you in the very next video. Until then, stay kind, stay curious, and keep learning English.
Keep practicing. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. See you soon.